So we're going to talk today a little bit about HACCP, but we're not going to talk about traditional HACCP. We're going to talk about an expansion upon HACCP that I've actually developed over the years to fill gaps in what I saw was telling the story to the Food and Drug Administration about compliance. So what is build control? So it is the manufacturing and production counterpart to medical device design control. But really it's applicable to all regulated product classes, or can be. So this is not only about quality, which it is about, but it's also about helping us tell a story to the Food and Drug Administration about how we build our products and how we build it reproducibly and how we control that build activity. And how do we control our story? Through documents. That's our only vehicle, right? So our writing and how we frame and how we tell stories is critically important. What build control is, it's a way to tell this story. It's a way to tell this story of differentiated process activities. What's important, what's not important, why it's important, and how do we control it. This is the essence of what we're going to talk about here today. There's a saying that when everything matters, nothing does. Or when everything's important, nothing is. And that is no truer than what we do in our jobs within regulated manufacturers. To the FDA, when they walk in the door, everything matters. And everything's almost the same. And they ask us questions that way. And the reason that is because we can't tell them otherwise. We don't have a framework, a tool, or an approach to tell them what's really critical about our operations and what's really critical about the end product quality of our products. We need to understand the story of how we control the manufacturing process of these regulated products. But more importantly, or as important, we need to be able to represent that to the investigators that walk in the door. And they often don't have a clue about our operations. Many companies, when an investigator walks in the door, they don't tell them anything. They just kind of let them go. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. We want to tell our story. We want to show that we've done our job. We want to tell them exactly what's important. And by the way, this is how great a job we've done on controlling it. Because if you don't tell that story, they're going to find a story, because in every plant, there's something that goes wrong. And they're going to pull that thread like a loose sweater. Most of our companies have good people, but we really do a great job. We build good product. Well, there's a disconnect, because the agency comes in and they beat the tar out of you and say, you've got no control, but you know your product is good. Well, there's a disconnect there. And I believe that we're not telling that story adequately. Regulated manufacturing control is a key agency expectation. When you read warning letters, the term that is always used is control. Control, control, control. Control, 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 right? Right. Control is what the agency is looking for, right? And we don't tell that, we tell them what we've done. We tell them, we point to SOPs, but we don't tell them how we control. What we do in compliance and quality management is definitional. The problems we get into is we don't define well. We put ourselves in crazy boxes that we then have to stay within. We develop specifications that are not in alignment with process capability. We spend tens, hundreds of millions of dollars on documents and let them just come in and we don't tell our story? And that's just crazy, right? And our documents tell our story. So we need to have documents that help investigators get up to speed in our technology, our theory of operation, and provide context to your quality system and show the control framework. It doesn't matter if you don't have to do it. If you can improve your outcomes, do it. It doesn't cost that much.